This is such an awkward angle to start this video, and I apologize in advance. I'm at the market. I just brought everything I didn't sell last time here, and I'm here on a Saturday instead of Sunday, but my spot is more tucked off, so I do feel like it's affecting my sales a bit. So far, it's like 1 p.m. We're here until 5. I've sold 1 yellow bookmark, 1 white one, and 1 pink one. So 3 bookmarks, 2 car hangers, and I think that's it for now. So definitely more than my singular sale from the other day, which is good. Even if that's what I walk away with today, I'd be fine. I'm like literally in the back of the entire market. Also super cold and it was wet. I feel like there's a few factors that are affecting sales. I also didn't make any more product. I'm just going with what I had. I made a few more lavender, but none of my flowers have sold, so that's okay. I already have plans to it's literally just the next week since my last market. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it up here somewhere for you to see it. Didn't have much time to make more. I had a week and I could have made more. I'm just gonna be honest, but I was so tired. It's cold, it's windy. It was raining earlier, so I think that's why people weren't coming sooner. So we've been here since 10. I didn't make my first sale until 12-ish. Yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to have not zero. A sweater on and a jacket and a blanket. I'm still freezing. When I yawn, I can see my breath. And the lady next to me was so nice. She gave me some hand warmers. I haven't talked at all, and she saw it was cold. She was like, I saw you were cold, so I was like, oh, thank you. Gross. That does that. I didn't realize that it peeled like that. I will chit chat with you guys later. It's obviously much later now, but we're gonna go over the numbers of the day. I'm gonna run through everything I took and what sold. So I took with me the blue granny square hat. I had 1 and I still have 1, so I sold 0. I took with me a bunny car hanger and I still have 1 of 1. Butterfly tote, we still have 1 of 1. Flower bookmarks, I had 19 total, and we now have, so we sold 3. And then we had the flower car hangers. I had 6. We only have 3 left. I brought the green ruffle hat. It did not sell. And I forgot my scrunchies at home, so we didn't sell any scrunchies. And then I brought the 2 water bottle holders, and neither of them sold. So really all that sold today was the bookmarks and the car hangers, and I'm perfectly okay with that because they're 2 of my cheapest options. That's completely fine. I'm almost out of the car hangers now. I have 2 pink ones left. The red is all gone, and there's 1 blue one left. So I'm really happy about that. The yellow flower bookmarks were the #1 sellers for the bookmarks. I didn't really get many compliments on the hats today. I got 1 or 2. People actually did notice the water bottle holders more, so maybe it's all about placement for that too, because they were kind of pushed off to the side the first time, so maybe that's why nobody said anything about those. And surprisingly, people like the flowers, but they're not getting them. But what I came to the conclusion of is maybe making a bundle of them, because I had the deal of 3 for $30, and I was telling people, but I think it's just easier if you already have it set for them, so then they don't have to pick them out. And if it's already packaged up, they already get an idea of what it looks like. So I'm gonna try that next time for that. But overall, I think that I just need to make more stuff, and that's what I originally had planned anyways, because it's easy to just glance at the table while walking by and think you've seen everything you needed to see. Or maybe you did see everything because it's all right there. But I think if there's more options, then there's a chance for people to stop more, take a look, ask questions, gravitate towards different things. So that is something that I'm going to work on, and I'm not going to do a market until I make all the stock that I originally planned to make in the first place for the first one last week. Because I think then I can work with a lot more stuff and set up things in a different way. I plan on getting just more, I don't know if I want more tables, but I do want like those wire rack things to hang stuff on it, because I think even the plants would look good on there. If I got like a little rod to hang the bags on, that would be cool too. And just, yeah, more stuff. The hanging plant I ended up selling online, so that didn't get taken with me to the market, but I think that would be really good to have like that size and maybe a few smaller ones, just so there's variation. Like if the big one is too expensive, maybe you'll like this smaller version of it. It's not exactly the same, but yeah. So overall, I just think I need more stuff, as weird as that sounds, because a lot of stuff didn't sell. I think there just needs to be more options. And then investment in my setup as well. And those are things I knew before I even went, so I'm not like too worried about that. And on top of all that, I made more than I made last week, so I don't see any of this as a loss at all. I didn't make my booth fee, but it's more than I made last week, so I see it as an improvement. I think that there's just a lot of factors into it, and like today was extremely cold and it wasn't supposed to rain, and it rained, and I was under a bridge, so it was windy, and I was at the very, very end of the whole entire market. And that's the only spot I could pick because Saturdays are busier and I'm at the bottom of the seniority list, so I had like very slim pickings of where to go anyways. Like the spot that I wanted originally, I was like, okay, this sounds like it'd be good. It got picked right before me, and I was like, of course it did. Yeah. So yeah, I just went with what I had left. And when I put that in perspective too, even though, like I said, I still need to make more stuff and have more variety, I think even if I was pushed in more, I would have gotten more sales. And like say the weather was better and more people were out, because my boyfriend even came through and he said that it's not as busy as he sees it when he's come in other times. So yeah, I moved from a Sunday to a Saturday, and that already helped. I made, was it 5 sales today instead of 1? So that was improvement on that end, which shows promising results for whenever I go next time. And yeah, the booth spot was further away, but I was still able to make those sales and people still came through for that. Less people took business cards today, but more people bought stuff, so I'll take it, you know. I feel like less people stopped by, but also the brown hat that I had on display last time, I sold online and did really good on that, but I didn't have it on display because I sold it online. So I think that was one thing that really caused people to stop last week, and it wasn't there. Same with the hanging plant, since it sold online, I didn't have it there. And those were 2 things that did get people to stop a lot at my table. So yeah, it's just keeping those things in mind. Oh, I didn't even say how much I ended up making. I made $52 on Square and then $10 cash, so total $62. And full transparency, my booth fee for this market was $85, so I was off by like $20. But it's okay. I'll take it because it's more than I made last week. Last week I made $16. So little improvements, we'll get there. And I'm not too worried about it. I feel like for my second time, I've already got a good grasp on like what I want to change and what, you know, the factors that made things the way they were. I'm not too pressed about it, and I know where I can improve. I'm not taking it personal, you know? I'm not like, oh, my stuff sucks. It's not that it sucks. There's so many factors into it, and like, you know, unless I was like paying for a membership, I'm not guaranteed a good spot, and that's just like the gamble of the game, I guess, you know. So yeah, it was fun, but I'm definitely gonna wait until I have way more inventory, and hopefully by then I can like start to invest in like a banner, and I want like side walls so I can keep it enclosed, because I think another thing is that my booth is fully, like, my tent is just open on all sides, and so was the one right behind me, so it's easy to just like look right through, you know. So yeah, just little things like that. I'm excited to see it grow. I didn't take videos or anything of the setup because it was essentially similar to the one from my last video. Yeah, I didn't change much about it because I had all the same stuff, but I'm just excited to see how it grows. This is only my second one, and again, like, I really wasn't gonna post because like there wasn't much difference, but like, I don't know, I feel like I'm learning new stuff, and it's important to track the growth even if it's just for me. I also want it to be realistic. Like, all the videos I see, they're like, made 500 at my first market. It's not always going to be like that, and if it is for you, that's great. Like, I'm so happy for you. I just wanted to also show a perspective where like it's a slow grower too. I'm editing this video, and I just wanted to add, especially right here, on what I was trying to say, is that while every video seems to show a perspective of like making bank on your first sale or on your first market, I don't want you to feel like if you don't make that your stuff's not worth and you shouldn't try again. I wanted to offer that perspective and show that like it's not gonna always be like that, and when it's not, to not be discouraged. Like the fact that you even went out there, and the fact that I even went out there is good. Like, a lot of people don't have the courage to do that. And really, like, when I was first setting up, I was feeling super self-conscious, but honestly, like, for what? Everybody around me has had a first market. Everybody around has had to do this for the first time, and the people walking by thinking that they could do it, if they could, then okay, maybe they will, and that's great for them. But don't be discouraged, because I remember seeing like people being like, oh, I could have a setup like this. Okay, yeah, if I inspired you to do that, then do it, even if they meant it in a condescending way. They're not out there like you are. So yeah, honestly, I've been working on that whole aspect in general, because I have really bad social anxiety, and I feel like everything's embarrassing. But something I saw recently, and it's really shifted my whole entire perspective on feeling embarrassed at all, is like, I really don't remember where I saw it. It was like a TikTok or a reel, but it was basically saying like, why would I feel embarrassed? That would imply that the people around me are above me. And I was like, oh, damn, like that's good. And it was like, why would I feel that, like, or like there would be shame around what I'm doing, or there's like a stance that the people around me are just above me when we're all the same, and we've all started somewhere. I'm like, that is crazy, and that's gonna apply to so many different aspects of my life, but right now, especially the market. And like, people think it's cringy to just try things, and it's like, why would I be embarrassed to show that I actually care about something and am passionate enough to pursue it, you know? So yeah, I could go on about that forever, because it's something I've been like really, really honing into and stepping into myself in that aspect more. But yeah, I just wanted to offer that perspective as well. Sorry about the noise in the background. But what the fuck? I'll let you get back to the video. So maybe, I don't know, I feel good about that specific market because there is a lot of like, it's very known. Like, you type it into Google Maps and it shows up, you know, like, it's not a rented out space. Like, that space they use every single weekend. So I feel good being there. And I really don't want to check out other ones just because I'm not too familiar on them. Because side note, I did do a market, but for wellness shots like 2 years ago, and the booth fee was $200, and I think we barely made that, and it was extremely slow. Like, compared to what I was doing, it was extremely slow, and it was like a strip. It was just not good. So yeah, I just don't want to like get into something that I don't know anything about, whereas this one, like, they have 50 years of history and credibility, you know. So yeah, that's just where I'm at with that. I'll continue with that one. I think as the weather gets nicer too, obviously there will be more of a turnout, so I'm really excited going into maybe even my next one, because I plan to do that one probably closer to the end of May, just so I can really stack up on inventory. And I'll record that whole process too of market prep, since it'll be a lot more stuff. You can't see it. But yeah, that is all I've got today. Thank you guys for watching. If you came from my other video, thank you so much for coming back. I'm really surprised at the turnout of the views for that video. So if you watched that, thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Whether it's another crochet video, whether it's something else, I'm not too sure what life has for me quite yet, but I'm excited either way. And yeah, it's all just part of the journey, and I'm happy you guys are here to watch. So if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because both of those things help me very, very much. If you have any suggestions for me, even though I feel like I have a good grasp on the things that I need to do, but if you have anything else to add to that, let me know, because any advice is welcome, as long as it's nice. Criticism is also welcome if you're nice. Don't be rude. Don't be rude for no reason. I will see you guys very soon. Bye.